Alright, welcome back to Flight Sim 2020 and welcome to episode 24 of the Neofly series. And as you can see, we are in the legendary de Havilland Beaver, the amphibious version. We're on the wheels here, parked at Lanseria, because if you watched the previous episode, I had a bit of a mishap at the end, being pretty poor at landing on water with the amphibious Kodiak, and then on top of all that managed to blow up the engine. So we are taking some replacement parts out to the base that we set up on Hartbeespoort Dam with the Beaver in the hopes of rescuing our damaged Kodiak so that it can finally start its operations out of the water runway there. So hopefully today I can manage a better water landing. At least that is the plan. So we'll start off with heading out to Hartbeespoort Dam with the Beaver, dropping off those parts. We'll then leave the Kodiak there. We need to bring the Beaver back to Lanseria, and we'll see what happens from there. I think what I'll do is visit the other base that I have out in Dinokeng. I don't think we have any planes stationed at Lanseria at the moment. So we'll see what happens and what we end up taking. Probably one of the other Kodiaks, but with wheels rather than floats, because that's the only float Kodiak that I have. Right, let's get the Beaver fired up. So I need to try and remember how to do this. Right, master. Guess we can turn on all the radio stuff as well, although we should probably have done that after firing up the engine. It should be okay. Okay, nav light and beacon light. Then we'll need magnetos to both. Fuel boost on. We should be on the center tank. And we have fuel pressure, that's good. And then we'll do this and on the starter, I guess. Okay, a little bit of throttle maybe. Yeah, let's turn off that fuel pump because that's annoying. Get these firing up, although we don't really need them. Alright, there we go. Sounding pretty good. That rattling is definitely not annoying. Right, do we need to change anything down here? Are these the cowl flaps? I think they are. Oh, it's this that's rattling. Hey, stopped it. Amazing. Okay, carb heat we don't need. Wobble pump we probably should have used for the start, but we don't need to now, obviously. This is the water rudder, and down here is flaps and gear. I wonder why you can have that unhooked. Yeah, we're still just waiting for the GPS. And then we're basically just going to turn out this way and taxi out. Do flaps 1 for takeoff. Nice big old flaps on the Beaver. And what a legend and what a workhorse this aircraft is. Maybe not in South Africa, but certainly in places like Canada, Alaska. Right. Let's go ahead and taxi out. Release the parking brake. Right, it doesn't have a particularly good turning circle, which is, I suppose is unsurprising. Please don't tell me I'm going to stick a wing into that. No, we're good. And it seems to have like such a low RPM. I mean, even now we're producing enough power to move forwards and it feels like the engine's off. And naturally there's some sort of vehicle that wants to drive through us. I don't see the windsock here at Lanseria. Where is it? Because I think we want to go this way. Okay, and we're just going to take this intersection. We don't need to taxi all the way out. Alright, this is the runway here. So we'll just stop and double check a few things. Do this nice and gently. Let's put the parking brake on. Okay, so we need landing lights and strobes. Instrument lights we probably don't need. And then I think we're good. The other thing is props full, mixture can go rich. Now we are good to go. We're pretty heavy today, so we need to pay attention to that. And then after takeoff, remember flaps and gear. And then we basically, if we're taking off on this runway, we basically just go straight. That sound is the rudder, I think. Or is it one of the wheels lifting up slightly because we're turning? Okay, here we go, full throttle. Now you get to hear that engine. And we're up. Let's get the gear up. Get the flaps up as well. And we are off. Prop back a bit. And we'll drop the manifold pressure slightly as well. And we don't need to climb super high because we're not going very far. In fact, if we zoom out, we're just going over there. Want to stay around 5,000 feet. We're at 5,100 now. Basically just need enough to clear these mountains in front of us. Kind of cool having all the engine controls here so you can see what they're doing while my prop lever's twitching. Right, did the gear actually come up? I hope. So that's down, and that's up. Okay, cool. Just didn't hear anything when I raised them, but it's because the engine was roaring away, basically. Such a cool aircraft. Right, we can basically see the dam up ahead already. This time I think I should try land a bit closer. The only thing is this aircraft doesn't have reverse. So how on earth we're gonna park is still a mystery to me, but I'll see how it goes, I guess. Current wind reported for this area is 0 at 0. Okay, Okay, never mind. It just updated. 110 at 5. So that would be, winds are coming from behind us. So we'll do a bit of a loop around and land to the south, kind of. Let's stick over the part where there are no houses and stuff and keep our noise down to a minimum. This is a big loud aircraft. Should see our little cabin. It's down there. There it is. And we will imagine there's a broken Kodiak parked next to it. Right, we can start slowing down. We'll turn out over the water here. Prop can go back to full. Okay, airspeed is coming down pretty quickly. Keep it at about 90 knots-ish. So we can go at the flaps 1, and we'll get the other flaps down once we've turned. New weather forecast or new weather report says the wind has picked up, and you can actually see that it is quite windy on the water. Let's start getting the rest of our flaps out. Big old flaps out there. And get it nice and slow before we touch down. Still pretty far out. Up for a bit. Basically aiming straight for the cabin now. Alright, I think that was a bit better than our Kodiak attempt. It didn't bounce as much. I wonder if it's because we had a crosswind with the Kodiak and that's what made it bounce. Right, let's get the water rudder down. Like so. And now we can actually have some semblance of steering, although as we proved earlier, it's something that resembles steering. I wouldn't exactly call it accurate steering. When you've got a bit of speed like this, it's okay. And I think this piston engine is easier to deal with because it doesn't just want to run away like the turbine did. So that could be in our favor. Because I mean, with the turbine, even with the throttle basically closed, it still wants to move forward. Oh wow, we're drifting a lot here. Oh no, I'm doing it again. Okay, okay. We're fine. I have no way of slowing or putting on the brakes. But if we stop, now we're just kind of drifting and there's literally nothing I can do. Anyway, flaps are up. Might as well start switching things off. Radio, and this can come off. All that comes off. Have we stopped? I think we're still slowly, yeah, we're still floating. Doesn't seem to count that patch as land, it seems. Now we're just being blown by the wind, so there really isn't much I can do about that. But I mean, in reality, again, we would use some sort of rope or something. Oh, have we stopped? Oh, I think we're still moving. Okay. In reality, we would anchor ourselves somehow. No, I think we've stopped. No. So what we're going to do is offload. All the clouds are coming in. Offload these spare parts and leave them here with the Kodiak to be repaired. And we're going to take this beaver back to Lanseria. So I'll join you in a little bit once we've offloaded everything. Okay, so we've dropped off all the parts. I did kind of just slew the aircraft back, although we are once again, it appears now that we may be drifting towards the pier, which is a bit concerning. It is now kind of mid-afternoon. What is the time? Yeah, it's just after 3 o'clock local time. The clouds have cleared. The wind has changed a little bit, although it's not super windy. 10 degrees, 7 knots. But I think we should get the engine up and running before we float into the pier. So let's do that. Right, so I'll bring this up a little bit. Like so. We can have this back for now. Crack the throttle a little bit. Right, let's get batteries and stuff on. And I just want to get away from the pier here, so we'll go both. Beacon and nav lights. Fuel pump is on. And then is the parking brake on? That's interesting. Crazy. Right, let's get the fuel boost on. We've got fuel pressure and we'll engage the starter. Let's get the fuel boost off. Are we now moving away? We are rapidly moving away. Even with the prop all the way back. Okay, let's go flaps 2. Get the prop full forward. Just stop that from wobbling. Everything's wobbling, but that's normal in this plane. Okay, landing lights and strobe lights. We'll turn on the radios. Right, goodbye, I guess. Here we go. Oh, the one thing I should do is turn this down because we've dropped off pretty much everything. Right, we don't actually need these anyway. Don't know how this is going to manage to find satellites because we're moving. If I bring this all the way back, do we still move? And we're still heading forward. Pretty crazy. I mean, what could be kind of cool is just to fly through that gap, come around through that side, and then head back to Lanseria. If I do this, can we actually turn around? This is probably a terrible idea. I find that we can't actually get back to facing the way that I want to face. There's our little cabin. I mean, look how drifted. Right, then I think... I don't know what that noise is. I think we're supposed to do water rudders up for takeoff? Or would you pull them while you are running? I'm gonna just, since we've got so much space, I think I'm just gonna have them up for takeoff. Right, let's go extra rich. And we'll get lined up here. We basically want to go that way, although the wind is coming slightly from our right here. So let's see how it handles that. Let's get the water rudders up. And it's going to want to weather vane into the wind, which makes sense. Yeah, we'll get some air over the tail pretty quickly. Up. Wow, didn't actually use that much space. And we'll do a bit of sightseeing as we head out this way. Start bringing the prop back. The noise lever, as it were. Cloud, as is pretty usual with active sky. Hopefully these people are happy to see a beaver operating in South Africa. Otherwise they're going to be pretty unimpressed with us flying over there. A beautiful afternoon here. Hey, second little cloud. Actually, there's quite a few. There's a few out there, there's one there, there's one out there somewhere, and there. Right now, for landing at Lanseria, I better make sure I don't forget the landing gear. Right, Lanseria is reporting winds 10 at 7 knots. So we should be landing from the opposite side. So we'll join the circuit, basically just join the downwind. Okay, I want to go to about 5,000 feet. Lanseria is 4,500 feet, so actually we want to be 5.5. Cool aircraft. I think I should buy one of these for the airline. I just rented this one. I think I should buy one of these. A bit of turbulence, it seems. Area is just over to our right. Sorry, left. But we are going to stay to the right of Lanseria to join the left downwind. It's at runway 7, I think. Just passing 5,000 feet, we'll just continue a very gentle climb up to 5.5. A little bit less pleasant of a flight here. It seems to be kind of bumpy. can just see the hangars up ahead. So like I said, we'll just join that downwind, make a left-hand turn, and we'll land from the opposite direction, coming up to 5,500 now. There is obviously the airport ahead of us, and we're around 5.5, bringing the speed down nicely. We can start our turn here. Flaps 2 now. Get the prop full. Okay, let's go gear down. Water rudder is up. On that speed. Turn and start descending as well. Let's get some more flaps in. Right, flaps set, gears down, water rudders are up, prop mixture set. good to go. A little bit of cloud building above us. Actually nice and windy. You can see the windsock there, which is what I was looking for when we left here. There we are, welcome back to Lanseria. We'll go ahead and return the beaver, although I think this is not going to be the last we see of the beaver on the channel. This was a pleasure to fly. Though we didn't take it very far or for very long. What an incredible aircraft. As we're about to run out of fuel. And that middle tank is almost empty. Okay, landing lights and strobes. Some late afternoon clouds just building there. Nothing too serious, I guess. So how about this? If there is a wheeled beaver for sale here at Lanseria, I'm going to buy that and we're going to fly that to Johannesburg and use that to do our run out to Dinokeng. If there isn't, then I'll drive to Johannesburg and take the Kodiak. It's the same Kodiak that I flew a couple of episodes ago around Kruger. We flew from Malalan to Kruger. Yeah, we went to Skuza and then back to Kruger and Mpumalanga. So that's the plan. We'll see. If there's one available here, I'm gonna buy it and we'll continue flying the Beaver, just the wheeled version for this episode. Right, let's get things shut down while we're here. We can turn off the lights. This can go back to off. That's off, that's off. This can go back to off. Hello? There we go. And radios. And master switches off. Right, there we go. So, I'm gonna jump into Neofly, see if we have a Beaver that's available. And when I come back, I'll either be here at Lanseria in the Beaver or back at Johannesburg in the Kodiak. So I'll see you in just a bit. Okay, so it is now late afternoon. You can see the weather's sort of rolled in. There's no rain or anything, but it is a bit cloudy. Nothing that should give us any issues, but we've made the drive back to Johannesburg and we are in our trusty Kodiak. Unfortunately, there were no Beavers for sale at Lanseria. So we're going to be making the short, it's about a 10-minute flight out to Dinokeng and then back again for our inaugural trip out to my second base, which is the one inside the Dinokeng Game Reserve. That has a little grass strip, a little apron, and a couple of parkings, I think. So we're going to go and check that out. And yeah, hopefully be back before it's dark. We should be. It's probably going to take us about half an hour total round trip. We've got 7 passengers going with us today. So let's just put in the weight and balance. The fuel should have been loaded, which it has been, and we're pretty much full up. Yeah, that's cool. Right, so now we have our passengers on board, so let's hop in and get things started up. I don't remember that puff always being there before. Maybe I need to actually try just opening the door. Okay, nav and beacon lights. That's fine for now. Harnesses, fuel selectors. Switch this on. Cutoff, prop, mixture, throttle. Just check that those work and that's good. Okay, then we do on, and low.
You're good to go. Contact the tower for clearance.
Right, when that comes up into the green, like so, that goes off, that goes off, that goes to standby. And a bit of time to stabilize. Right, that looks good. Generator, alternator, avionics, and aux. Bypass. Pitot heats, taxi light. All good. Prop can come all the way up. On auto, on auto. 23 is pretty comfortable. Altimeter set. 1013 is the altimeter, it appears. Right, nice short flight out to Dinner King. Let's make our way out there. So, disengage the parking brake, and we are going to the right. We're nice and heavy, so let's do flaps 1 today. And we're going to be departing to the west. And just VFR today. We'll just try and stay under these clouds, I guess. Again, nice, very short flight. Does it look a bit rainy out that way? I don't think so. That's just sun through the haze. No, I think we're fine. Get up the hill here. And we're actually just gonna take this intersection right here because plenty of performance on this aircraft. That should be good. Okay, let's do a bit of beta down the hill here. Landing lights, strobe lights. Right, I think we're all good for takeoff. Let's not leave it in beta for takeoff. That would be a bad idea. Okay, condition lever to high. Pulse full forward. And here we go. Airspeed's alive. 50. And there's 60. Quite a crosswind there. Although the wind thing says it's straight down the runway. Okay, obviously didn't have anywhere near enough rudder then. It certainly doesn't feel like no crosswind. There's 90 flaps up. I'm going to start a right-hand turn here. Basically just want to head out other side this ridge over the dam here, kind of. Right, let's bring the props back, or the prop, and gonna aim for about 4.5 to 5,000 feet. Prop around 2,000, we're at 4,800. That's perfect. Okay, in terms of time, 5.5 minutes. Beautiful afternoon for flying. Terrible takeoff, but clearly I need to get back in the Kodiak and do some more work on that, because I don't remember struggling like that before. Bouncy this afternoon. I suppose you can kind of expect that with the clouds that we have around. Obviously some unstable air in the area. That above us looks kind of rainy, I'm not gonna lie. Actually turn this off now. Probably don't need the taxi lights. Right, here is the highway. There's actually a little airstrip there. I think it's for one of these farms or mine or something out here. the runway at our little home base is exact east-west. We're going to land from the other side to the west though, so runway, I say exactly, I think it's actually 26, not 27. Right, start bringing the speed down. Get the prompt back to full. The airstrip is also parallel to a road. I'm just trying to find it because I've never actually been there before. It is brand new. This will be the first time landing at that little strip. I think that's it there. There's the buildings and that's the strip there. It is just a grass strip. Is that it? There's a road here. It's in between two roads, so I think that's it. No, there it is there. It's that strip there. Cool, it's got a helipad as well. Forgot about that. Okay, flaps 1. Okay, flaps 2. Keep an eye on that speed. Way too close. I'm going to try this again. Runway 26. Wind is looking pretty good. Further this time. Eventually we can just pick one of these roads as a good reference. Okay, flaps 2. turn on our inertial separator. Okay, I turned it this road last time, so we can go a bit further now. Should help. Flaps full. Approaching like Lanceria or Vonnegut in the Kodiak feels so slow. When you got a short little strip like this feels really fast. We're only doing 80 knots. Messing around here.
Transporter from dispatch. Nice landing. Go to the parking and put your parking brake on. I'll be in touch. Taxi to parking and shut down your engine.
There we are. I couldn't actually get the beta to work, so I just used the brakes instead. Pretty intense landing. This is a very small strip, and it's got that ridge on the other side, so you have to come in a little bit higher than you kind of want to. So we're gonna have some fun going in and out of here. I'm excited for that. Here's our little hangar, which is all ours. Oops, I didn't actually want to stop there. I just wanted to turn these off. Not sure what's going on there with that reflection.
Transporter. Disembarkation in progress. Stand by.
Right, so we'll put seatbelts on. Them all out. And then we basically just need another Neofly job going back to Vonnegut. Right, so we've got our Sky for Sim tablet up here. Let's see what, this is what I'm looking for, what jobs we have from here going back, I guess. Why on earth are we looking at Australia? Actually, some fire missions we can do. Illicit cargo we haven't done for a long time. Advertising, we have the wrong plane. But look at that, we have loads of stuff going to Vonnegut. Right, what weight do we have? It doesn't actually say. So I guess we just kind of have to see what we can fit in here, I suppose. So definitely 7, possibly 8 passengers. That's 6, that's 1. 7 for just over 10 grand.
Hi, pilot.
There we we go.
New mission, new passengers. Let me know when you are ready to start boarding.
Cool, passengers are
The
boarding.
passengers are ready to board. I hope you have plenty of room.
Yeah,
it
good.
looks like they have gone crazy at the duty-free shop.
Right, we can then close up. And we'll make the quick flight back once everyone is seated and ready to go. I don't remember turning off the nav light. Beacon light, nav lights.
Transporter from dispatch. Everyone is on board. Let's go.
Okay, pump on, ignition on, starter low.
Everything looks good from where I'm sitting. Taxi to the runway and take off.
Oh, that's a little bit worrying. That got quite hot there into the 750s. Hopefully that's just because we've already been running the engine. It is coming down now, but it should be much lower than that. Don't tell me we blew up another Kodiak. Okay, it is slowly coming down. Let's get the proper. Okay, we're gonna do flaps 1 for this takeoff. Might as well do strobes and landing lights. Heater heats. Slowly coming down. Okay, we'll just keep an eye on that. We do have a bit of a taxi out, so it gives it some time to cool as well. And as we do this, you can see it's blowing more air over the engine as well. Right, let's see if I can have a better takeoff here now. I think we should do flaps 2 for takeoff, to be honest. A short runway. Okay, how does the temperature look? Chilled. Okay, temperature looks fine. So props full, condition levers full, flaps 2 set. Engine looks good, here we go. Airspeed's alive. 50, and there's 60. Okay, I think it's that right rudder.
Pilot,
Feels very different to how it flew before. got a lot of right rudder in. I don't remember using so much before, but anyway. Okay, let's go flaps 1. And 90 knots, flaps up. Nice short flight. We'll easily make it back before dark, but just a nice short flight back to 101, and I think we're done for today. Alright, let's start bringing the prop back. There we go. Right, so for Vonneburn we can basically just do a straight in approach because the wind is coming from our right hand side now, and that's where the runway is pretty much, so we can land straight in. No stress. I wonder what those buildings over there are. There's the dam with the little ridge, so if we stay to this side of the ridge, here's the highway. If we just stay this side of the ridge, we're pretty much good. It's actually getting dark pretty quickly with the clouds out. Start getting flaps in. Let's see the airport. I just need to spot the runway. Okay, cool. It is that there. Perfect. We can definitely say the sun is setting now. We are just about done. Close.
Transporter from dispatch. Nice landing. Go to the parking and put your parking brake on. I'll be in touch.
Hey, you got the beta this time. I think last time I just pushed the throttle up too quickly because of the short runway. I wanted to get the beta in as soon as possible, and then it hadn't actually finished spooling down, so it didn't realize we were in beta. Obviously in the real aircraft you just pull the throttle back, but I need to click the beta button on and then push it up because my throttle doesn't have built-in beta thrust. Right, taxi strobe. Flaps, come on. Nice day of flying. We took the beaver out to drop off some spare parts for the amphibious Kodiak, and then out to our brand new what do they call it, home base in Neofly out in the Jinokang Nature Reserve, which has got a nice challenging runway. That's going to be loads of fun to fly in and out of. quite often. Everyone else is parked facing the other way. The same place where we started? Well, actually, I don't think so. Okay, parking brake is set, and we can go ahead and shut down.
Transporter, you can open the doors and begin the disembarkation.
Right, but there we are, safely back at Vonnegut in our trusty Kodiak. And I think in the next episode, what I want to have a look at doing is some skydiving flights, because I haven't actually done any skydiving in Neofly.
That's all the passengers off the plane.
So
thank you. Over
there
and out.
won't be skydiving at this airport. It's too big. It happens from the smaller airports. I think this is a Class C airport or Class D even. I think it's A and B that has skydiving. I might be wrong on those designations, but there isn't skydiving at Vonnegut. But what we could do is, it might be cool to pick up, the Kodiak can do skydiving, so can the 207. But it might be kind of cool to pick up like another Skyvan and take it out to somewhere like Brits, where I know they do stuff like that. It's a short flight, probably 15 minutes out to Brits in the Skyvan, pick up some skydivers, do some skydive ops there, and then head back here. Otherwise, more Kodiak flying. We got to do some more flying into that Dinner King runway and get that waxed as well. And then there's always the PC-12, which is something I'm always interested in flying. But anyway, that is going to bring us to the end of this episode of the Neofly series. If you did enjoy it, you know what to do down below, and I will see you in the next one.